Good morning. It is Tuesday, January 28th, 2025. And I don't know how long this one will let me go, but I'm just going to talk because I have a lot in my brain, always. What else is new? And I'm just trying to talk out my thoughts. And I guess that's it. So we're going to talk manifestation first and how things in life are only hard until they become habit. So new things you're trying to make habits, if you consistently do them, and I mean all the time, like clockwork, manifestation in particular, you always have that in your heart. It's kind of like always have a prayer in your heart for yourself, for others. You know, you carry that spirit with you. So eventually you just stop thinking about it, and it's just always implanted in your soul. And I don't know how to describe that except for practice, practice, practice. Over again. Always believing you're going to get what you want. Always doing something to move you forward, whether it's actually moving you forward or not. Because you're doing the action, and because you believe the action will help you in some way, whether it brings you another opportunity, cultivates a habit, then eventually you'll just believe in yourself. And you'll believe that you can do anything that you want to do. But it is a daily, constant thing, you know? Read, always be thinking, turn off the radio, think in your head, think to yourself, process your thoughts. That has helped me so much in the past couple years. Actually, I've always processed my thoughts. I think sometimes too much stimulation for me shuts me down. So I have to have everything shut down so I can process my thoughts. So generally when I'm in the car driving, I'm thinking the whole time. So basically y'all are getting me talking, but usually it would just be me talking in my own head like this. And so I use my drives for my processing time. That's the good thing about the commute. You've got to look at every opportunity as a place to, what can I do in this space to become better? What can I do to become, many people complain about commutes. I hate traffic just as much as the next person. I don't like driving into work for an hour, wherever I'm going. But I think it was Zig Ziglar who called it automobile university or auto university. And you listen to podcasts, you listen to audiobooks. Back then, y'all, before podcasts were a thing, before we had iPods and all these things, we had to buy CDs and put them in our CD player. Or cassette tapes, y'all. Cassette tapes. And so people had to actually buy all these programs to listen in their car. To me, that takes more guts than just listening to a free podcast, on Spotify. So using your time wisely. And don't get me wrong, I have a Spotify playlist called Feel Good Drive. Sometimes when I just want to chill and listen to music, then I'll turn on my playlist. But I don't have to have constant thoughts in my head from other sources. And no matter what, if you think you can't be alone with your thoughts, try it. Because if you constantly always are distracting yourself with outside input, then you won't ever become friends with yourself because you don't give yourself time to really get to know yourself. You have to process yourself, guys. You do. I'm having to process myself every day, and every action I do, I'm like, okay, why did I do that? Why didn't I do that? Why did that person do that? How should I assess this? Like constantly. And once you constantly do that, it just becomes second nature. All right. Second thing I want to talk about today, besides manifestation and having that prayer in your heart of believing in yourself, believing in the universe, believing in God, whatever you want to believe in that's helping you get to where you want to go, and realizing that, yeah, it's a journey. It's not going to be given it to you because now you believe. You'll just be able to hone that spirit up. I can do anything I believe I can do. I can do anything I want to do. And I honestly believe that for every person in this whole entire world. You can do anything you want to do. You just have to be willing to do what it takes to get there. Simple as that. But the second thing is, when we're so focused on one goal or one anything, when that one when you're so focused on it, it takes forever to get there, right? And every little setback you feel is so detrimental versus it being like, you know what, it's a setback, it's fine, it happens, tomorrow's a new day. So you have to have other areas that you're also focusing on, and then just really pushing in this area, but you're not so focused on it that if it doesn't happen, you're like, my life is over. For instance, I'll make it easy because I was in personal training for years and years and years. And I would tell my clients, stop stepping on the scale, okay? Stop stepping on the scale. Because what happens if you do that every day, it's like watching a pot of water to boil. When you're sitting there watching, waiting for the weight to come off, it doesn't come off. Not because you're not doing what you need to, but because you're so focused on that end result versus making the daily habits, it makes it a lifestyle. I do not diet, y'all. You know what I do? I eat intuitively. It's a book by Evelyn Tribole and Evelyn Resch. It was recommended to me by my good friend Jessica Plowman, who was a registered dietitian, and this book changed the way I viewed eating. Because I competed in fitness for a while, and those diets were so strict. And anytime I messed up, I would feel guilty, like, oh, why can't I not just eat perfect? Why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? So this book is eat when you're hungry, stop when you're satisfied. There's no negative connotations to foods. They're not good, bad foods. They're not bad food. They're food. You choose what you want to eat. And you know what? I'll tell you this. I love ice cream. I love ice cream. I can have it every day. And I let myself have it every day when I feel like having ice cream. Because I feel like ice cream is my soul. Like it blends my soul all together when I have ice cream. It just fills in those cracks. And because I positively process that ice cream, I don't put on that ice cream weight. When I feel guilty about it, it goes to my hips. Yep, that's where it goes when I feel guilty about it. So I stop feeling guilty about it, guys. So eat when you're hungry, stop when you're satisfied. And when you stop thinking about the food you're eating all the time, or feeling guilty about what you ate, or feeling guilty about not eating enough, whatever your diet habits are, the minute you stop focusing so much on that and then just getting back to your hunger signals, because your body is so smart. Our bodies are machines, and they learn fast, and they'll tell you when something's wrong. And they'll take time to adjust. So over the years, diets can screw up our metabolisms. So when you eat intuitively, you're getting back to the days when you were a kid, and you were so busy that you ate when you were hungry, you know, unless mom called you in for dinner. But basically, you listen to your body. So when I'm hungry, I eat. If I'm not hungry, I don't eat. Even when I'm offered something, you know, and sometimes I'll feel bad, like, I'm sorry, but I've had to start saying, no, I'm not hungry right now. I'll save it for later. I'll wait until I am hungry. Because if I eat it when I'm not hungry, then I can tell that kind of offsets my balance. So, and you'll notice on the days that you have a lot to do, that day you might be hungry, but the next day you'll be really hungry because your body adjusts, you know? So the more you're active, the more calories and fuel your body needs to live and to give you energy throughout the day. So, you have to get back to the basics. You have to let your body talk to you because it tells you. It speaks to you. And that's another thing. At 10 minutes, I'll cut this because that's a long video, but 9 minutes, y'all, it's gone so far. Anyways, don't be so focused on one thing and only tracking that progress. You need to track it because you just need to track progress. But as long as you're doing something every day, then you won't be so focused on that end result. When am I going to get there? You just kind of know it's going to happen. You're going to get there. Everything will be fine. As far as the eating goes, your body naturally gets back to its natural healthy weight. And it's amazing when you don't have to think about every little thing you do during the day, and you can actually just do and actually process bigger things than just what am I going to eat today? When am I going to exercise? Y'all, when I exercise all day long. I do dances with my daughter. I'll, walk. I will park. Because I hate parking in between two cars, I will park as far away as I can and I'll walk, okay, in heels. Because to me, and I walk very fast, to me, I feel like I'm burning calories. I'm doing that extra bit, that I wouldn't be doing if I was waiting for a closer parking spot. So you have to put those little things in there. When you just do it, it becomes second nature. But I'm not going to lie, y'all. I'm not going to lie. It is hard when you're first starting out. But I promise you, you stick to it. Whatever resonates with you, stick to that. And it becomes a habit in second nature, and then you no longer think about it. You no longer think about it. I think I have to think more about brushing my teeth than I do manifesting my future. I mean, I brush my teeth every day, 2-3 times a day. But, I have to constantly be like, oh, did I brush my teeth today? I can't remember. Let me go brush them again. Okay, that's me. Because I'm so much in my head and thinking of ideas and concepts and what I want to do and engaging with myself. So that's it. So those are my thoughts for today so far. And that was 11 minutes. And, okay, this whole eating thing, strategic thinking, strategic selfishness, it's you figuring out yourself and what works for you. And some people, they have to be so calculated with everything. Otherwise, they don't function. When I'm so calculated with stuff, y'all, the minute I fall below that perfection line, which is like 5 seconds later, I give up. I'm like, I'm done. I don't understand this. Why is this not working for me? I'm over it. And I give up. So, because I think nothing will happen unless I'm perfect. So I had to give up the notion a long time ago of trying to look perfect, because then I realized I look even dumber when I try to be perfect and I'm not perfect, because I'm trying to be something I'm not. So instead, I've just decided I'm doing my best. I'm doing great. I'll always have a smile on my face. I'll always have a positive attitude with any work thing, with any family thing, with anything, because I choose to have that demeanor. And I'm not just focusing on what are they thinking about me. I'm like, you know what? This is me. This is me. And I'm not perfect, but I'm pretty perfect in the ways that count. All right, that is it. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you all tomorrow.